Let's analyze where the AMC stock is headed before the report. Tonight's report is crucial for AMC stock. We'll definitely look into where investors and the market are looking. The derivatives market will certainly provide us with an answer. Tonight, I'll also open positions in AMC right in front of you, and it will be very interesting to see how I manage them before the report. Let's start by visiting the official AMC website where the report will be provided. Here we can read all the information and quickly review previous reports to understand what to expect this time. In the previous report, AMC earned $1.3 billion, with earnings per share at 8 cents, slightly lower on adjusted earnings. We were warned about coronavirus restrictions, significant debt, and the possibility of additional stock dilution, which all occurred. Now let's move on to examining the volatility market to see what it tells us. Firstly, the nearby volatility is soaring. The volatility is currently at around 300% for the nearest strike, which is very high. Looking at the volatility smile, it's unusual. Normally the smile is skewed towards puts, indicating downward movement, but currently, while there's some leftward skew, it's not as significant, suggesting traders anticipate sharp movements both up and down. According to options, there could be movement of over 10% in either direction. Let's now look at the most traded strikes by volume. The most traded strike is the $5 call option, with $4 puts being the next most traded. There's very little trading in puts, mostly concentrated at the $4 strike. The main calls are concentrated on the March 1st strike, which is crucial. This will determine the entire movement, and it's important to focus on this. As we can see, this strike currently holds more than 70% of all options, both calls and puts. This strike, expiring this week, has very large volumes in both calls and puts. Those selling these options are essentially betting that AMC won't move much by the 1st of March, just oscillate. If that happens, all the premiums from these options will remain with the option sellers, namely the market makers. The volume in calls is significantly higher than puts, indicating a bullish sentiment. Many watching this video are likely betting on a rise and want to understand what will happen. We're addressing that right now. Let's look at the option chain. For the March 1st expiration, the implied volatility is at 269, as we saw earlier. I suggest looking at the delta and adding more data such as gamma to understand the options exposure. Let's take another look at the chart. Yes, currently AMC has risen. Let's recall what happened previously. Last time, AMC experienced a sharp drop. As far as I remember, it was rising before the data release, but after the announcement of additional share dilution, it dropped even further. The previous significant event involved the splitting of shares, which led to a drastic stock dilution, causing the price to plummet from $47 to $6. However, I understand that the displayed prices might not be accurate. AMC was actually priced at around $800 during those moments. I remember those times vividly as I traded them. I honestly made a good profit on this stock, so I do have a fondness for AMC. Given its high volatility, it's difficult to predict AMC's movement after the report. Let's also examine the 3D volatility, which professionals will understand the implications of. We've seen this immense volatility, with the volatility smile being very pronounced. As a reminder, I'm managing a public portfolio focused on AMC stock, and you can refer to my previous videos for the complete breakdown. My goal is to manage options strategically. Currently, my position is fully synchronized with my spreadsheet, and I've neither added nor removed anything. It's completely transparent, as you can see in my previous videos where I open and close positions. Now, let me open a full position live. A disclaimer: please do not follow my actions, as you will likely lose money. My strategies are purely hypothetical and conducted on virtual accounts. Based on options exposure and volatility, I've decided to sell options expiring in 16 days with a strike of $4.5. I'll update my spreadsheet accordingly. Now, you have the latest data on my positions. Let's see what happens this week. Regardless of the outcome, I already have accumulated profits. After the volatility subsides, I might consider buying more calls to stabilize my position for growth. Okay, my friends, the report is out. Let's see what happened here. Here we have a report for quarter and for the whole year. In this video, I will not go into detail about all the numbers. What exactly, because this will drag on for a very long time. But perhaps I will thoroughly analyze the report for the year in the next video regarding AMC. Now let's look at the market reaction after the report, because the most important thing is not that showing AMC. At the moment, we are down 17%. This is a serious drawdown. Now they have rebounded a little. But again, this is not a trading day. Or I'll have to watch the next day to see how it goes, what will happen, and then I will analyze the report in detail, plus we will analyze the market movement. Again, you can see all my pricing strategies, they worked well. The forecast was basically quite accurate, quite again. I admit that on the open market, AMC will level out and will without any special movements. That is, stand in a small range, that's all. Look, previous video, see you.